Hi guys, welcome back for another video. Today I'm going to be doing a mother of twins tag. I will be collabing with Amber from Lovelifexo. I will put her information and links down below. She is young mother of twins, boy-girl twins, almost the same age as my twins. On her Lovelifexo, she does makeup, she does hauls and more, and tags too, fun tags. And on her vlog channel, she just uploaded a most likely to tag with her husband. So you guys check that out. She's really nice, she's really sweet, she's really funny. And I just love making new friends here on YouTube. So to get started, I have a series of questions here. First question is, I have boy-girl twins, that is fraternal, just in case anybody's wondering. Their names are Lucy, the girl, Mike, the boy. They are 19 months now, but for those of you who do not like to talk in months, they are 1.5. Question number 2. For question number 2, here's the short, simple, sweet story. Luis and I were trying. He was still in college, I had already graduated and we were already married, and so I was waiting for him, and in college I was like, oh man, I'm getting baby fever. So we prayed about it a lot. I mean a lot, like 20 times a day, a lot. And I said, okay, God, if you want us to have a baby, please let it be done. If not, then I'm just gonna enjoy other people's babies, right? After all these reading on these like mommy apps and all what these other people were saying, I was getting motivated and then I was getting discouraged. And then this girl motivated me because she said this, and she was like, oh, it happened to me in the first try. And then this girl was like, oh, it doesn't happen on the first try, you gotta keep doing it for like a year. So I just decided to let's take a pee test or pregnancy test. I was just sitting there on the toilet like, okay, if it's not positive, I said I'll be happy. And if it is positive, how am I gonna react? Am I gonna jump up and down? What am I gonna do, right? I looked over, it was to my left, and it was positive, and I was like, I literally was like this. I was like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? That day, I went to the doctors to get a confirmation. They told me that I was pregnant, and I was like, oh yay. So I went to the Dollar Tree, got all of these like bibs and stuff. So he came home for lunch and I gave it to him, and here's a photo of his reaction. I didn't get a video, sorry, I wasn't vlogging at the time, but this is his photo. When he opened it, he was really confused. I mean, I had my pee stick in there too. And then he was just laughing, and she was so nervous, and he just had this smile on his face that whole day. And then she goes, okay, well, here's baby A. I'm like, oh yay, huh? And then she goes, here's baby B. And I was like, and I said, wait, what? She goes, yeah, baby A, baby B. And I said, stop lying. I was so angry, you guys. I was so angry. And we left the hospital, and when I came home and I showed Luis this ultrasound, this is the first thing he said, I knew it! I nailed it! I knew it! Okay, so the first couple of weeks, it was beautiful, you know, like people were treating me like a queen, like, here, sit down, let me get you this, let me get you that. Whatever I wanted to eat, Luis would get. And just so you know, at 27 weeks, I looked like I was full term. So at that time, at 27 weeks, I think it was all downhill from there. I was angry, I was bitter, I was so emotional, like I didn't want anyone to joke with me, I didn't want anybody to talk to me, and if I didn't get the food that I was craving or couldn't figure out what food I was craving, I was just like, oh, why do I even want to live right now? I was so OA. I was working at the same time, which didn't make it any better. Getting up every morning at like 6 or 7 just to get ready with a huge belly, and every single night I cried not being able to sleep. I had to sleep on my side, and if I were to go to the other side, I had to carry my belly to the other side, and if I didn't, and if I just went like this myself, I felt like my back was about to snap. When I was pregnant, I craved a lot of salty foods. I remember I ate a whole thing of like fast food french fries. It was literally like this big. I ate that whole thing. I even ate chicken nuggets. I ate whatever was on the TV. If I could, I would have eaten the TV. I ate junk food. I was not mindful. My body was craving that salt, that crunchy, those French fries. I was 37 weeks pregnant. I took a photo right before I went to the hospital. I think I still would have chosen C-section over delivering twins vaginally, but just being in that room and then poking me, and I felt like I was in that like horror movie. Let's just say that delivering my twins was just the most amazing, but can't really remember type of experience, but it was beautiful. I had 2 kids just go bloop bloop. There was like a vacuum sucking these 2 out of me. The kids, when they were born, they were very, very healthy. They were actually big for twins, is what I've told. They were born at about almost 6 pounds each. Not as big as a singleton, but if you were to have like a 10-pound baby, 2 of them in your body, I would. My kids were half breastfed and half formula fed. I was able to do it. I was able to breastfeed 2 at once, in like on and off. It wasn't all the time, but my favorite part was pumping. There was a time where I stopped breastfeeding because it was just too much, so I had to take a break, and then my milk dried out a little. But after like a week of dedication, my breast milk was going up and up and up, and there was maybe a month where I just fed my kids breast milk, which was great. It was the greatest accomplishment ever. To this day, my kids eat at the same time, they poop at the same time, they laugh at the same time, they fight at the same time, they do everything at the same time. Really depends on the situation. If I have to wash dishes because they need to eat or they need bottles and they're both crying, I would have to leave them there for a couple minutes, make sure in the safe spot, and I would have to quickly change or wash those bottles. I would go insane trying to make these kids stop crying when sometimes they can't be consoled. They just are babies, they would cry. Some people might think that's horrible, but you know, when you're in my situation, you knew and you went through what I went through, you would understand. So for cliches, let's see. There was just so many that I got while I was pregnant and after. While I was pregnant, they asked me how far along I was, and I would say 8 months. No, I would say 4 months pregnant, right? And I would look like I was 9 months and about to pop. And they would say, wow, you're so big. And you're so small. I can't believe you're having twins. And that's the cliche I heard a lot. I was like, yeah. And after a while, I'm just like, haha. After the kids were born, the question I got a lot was, oh, boy or girl, even though Lucy would be wearing pink and Mika would be wearing boy, but we're like, okay, the first time we're like, okay, we'll just let it slide. They probably, their eyesight or something, I don't know. And so we're like, oh, boy and girl, and they're like, oh, are they fraternal or identical? And then, I don't want to be rude, but of course I answered the question, but in my mind I'm just like, can we just think about that really quick? Another question I got wasn't really a cliche. They asked me, do you plan on having more kids? People want to know, I guess. I was a young mom, had the kids when I was, what, 23? 2 kids at once, that's still pretty young. Being young parents, of course people are going to ask you, are you going to have more? Because when you have 2 at once already, it's like that's enough already. You still want more? And I felt that. So I said, you know, honestly though, you guys, Luis and I, before we got married, we talked about what we wanted, and a lot of our similarities is that we both wanted 2 kids, a boy and a girl. And thank you God, we got a boy and a girl. Do we want more? He definitely doesn't want more. He's scarred for life. He's traumatized. Me, maybe down the road, of course, I'm a female, I'm gonna get baby fever. But it's up in the air, so we don't know. This goes for new mommies and mommies of singletons out there, is just try to do what makes you comfortable and happy. But if it's the right decision for you and baby, okay? I battled through a lot of depression, like, oh no, if I give my kids formula, just like the nurse said, that they may have a higher risk of this and have a higher risk of that. I battled that a lot. I felt like I was killing my kids. In the end, Luis had to say, you know, that our kids are fine. Formula isn't bad. It's for women who can't breastfeed. There are people out there who are against one thing and against the other, and just listening to them won't make you feel any better. I try to be open-minded to ideas, but in the end it's my decisions. But I do want to say that do what makes you sane and happy, because if I hadn't gotten out of this whole depression rut and comparing myself to a lot of other moms and thought about what a lot of people were saying, I just wouldn't like motherhood, you know? But I mean, you guys watch my vlogs. For those of you guys who watch my vlogs, I'm so happy. I love being a mom. My kids are so happy. They're hyper healthy, and I always say this, my kids are hyper healthy and happy. So only God and my husband have gotten me through this 19 months with this roller coaster of adventure of life. Hope you guys enjoyed this tag. Don't forget to check out Lovelifexo's channel. Her links will be down below. If any mommies out there who are new mommies of twins, I honestly don't know a lot. I only know Amber. Comment below. I would love to hear how you guys all do it. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!